here, I feel so blessed, privileged. Doesn't matter what has happened in my life, I just feel like very, very, very much blessed in this country, because not just country have blessed me in different ways to become a woman, to become confident that God is really have a purpose in my life. So going back in 1996, I was in my house, and my husband, I had 2 kids, and I was 8 months pregnant. The war came from Rwanda going to Congo. And so you think you have a big country and you have a good dictator, and he keep on boasting and like nobody can ever come to our country, nobody can ever do nothing to us. And we all were like, yeah, that's the war in Rwanda 1994. It will never come to us. We are strong, we have a good dictator. So I was sitting, me and my husband outside, and the 2 kids, and I was 8 months pregnant, and the bombs started flying all over the place. So our lives must turn upside down. It's really happening. So we're running in a house and forgetting some kids outside and go run outside again and get them. But we started walking. We walked 3 nights, 3 days, sleeping in the bush, eating whatever you can find, moving or not moving, etc. So we can run away from war. And all we could do is like, Julie, are you still coming? I have 1 baby in the back, and 1 in my belly, and my little purse, and we keep on moving. You will jump a human because they lost bullets, just catched him, and you will jump that human, still moving, but keep on going. And I arrived in a village. I was in very bad shape, and my husband said, we found out in the village, men was also not safe. Women were safe, but men were still not safe. So men will dig holes in the night, during the day, and sleep in during the night. And so it was, we said, still not secure. And going back how my husband used to be a teacher also. He used to work for United Nations as an interpreter also. He was operator, radio operator for the United Nations. And so knowing that he has some information about what's happening, and he couldn't share with the population, even if he shared, there's nothing they could done. And so they were like, okay, you messed with us. And so he was not even protected with his own men, because you had information, but you kept information away from us. So also found out he's not safe in the village. He need to flee the country completely. So we said our goodbye that 3 days after, and he left. So leaving me with 2 kids, pregnant, and the pregnancy is about to come out. And my mom, thank God, she's a midwife and helping me as much she can. So we were separated for 4 months, not knowing what's happening. So I ended up having another child. Her name is Susan. And he never knew if I had a child. I never knew if he arrived anywhere. I never knew if he's alive, if he's dead. Just living in that limbo, you're not sure what happened to him. And so then Red Cross came in, and Red Cross was giving like telegrams for families who have been disconnected with other families to be able to locate them. So they'll read it in Rwanda, Burundi, and Tanzania, and Kenya, all the surrounding country. And so if you hear your name, then you write another telegram to tell your family, yes, I'm alive and I'm in this country. So then we got connected again together. That was how it happened. So then he had arrived in Kenya, and so I took 3 kids and we went back to Kenya to meet with him. Staying in Kenya as a refugee also was not easy, because as a refugee you didn't have a right to work. You did not have a permit to work. You were just a refugee. And the life was hard. So we had used our little saving as working with the United Nations. We have made some little saving. We lived on it until it was all gone. Then in meantime also Julie ended up having more kids. So you just think after you are a refugee, you don't have nothing. You now stay with 3 kids is enough. No, I had 2 more kids in Kenya, and our saving was completely gone. And so we stayed in Kenya praying to God, making a way for us to leave the country. So one day the United Nations, because you go, as you go in the country, they give you a protection letters and to be able to stay in the country. And also you apply for asylum for any country that will be willing to take you in. And so one day in January, my husband and I was selected to come to the United States. So you guys can hear that and feel like, oh yeah, right, nice. But it was everything for us. It was like, I don't know, you sleep in bed with shoes and you don't care, you have your shoes on, or you don't care. You are screaming on top of your lungs, thank you God. He made a way for us. There was no way. Then in 2000, we came here in the US. We went to Comrock, where they were helping us to learn some English and know the culture of the. I forgot about the PowerPoint.
It's okay. We'll come to that.
All right. And so we end up being refugees in Atlanta, Georgia. It was the best thing ever happened to us. Now finally, you got to eat. You don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about your kids going to school. You don't have to worry about where your next meal going to come from. In 2010, that's when I started with my kids, sending that little money we had with my 10%. Then in 2011, we did the same thing, my kids and I, and just like, we want to send whatever we have to the kids who are in Congo. Then 2012, we started seeing the people wanting to know more, want to give more, want to do something. And so we said, okay, how about we start an organization that can help more the kids? So that's when we start thinking about applying for 501c3. But before that, we still actually moving slowly from Joe to the World Foundation, an organization that took us as an umbrella to support, to receive people when they give, so we don't have, because we didn't have it approved yet. And so in 2015, we have been approved as a 501c3, a non-profit organization that can be able to receive people. And so God really raised up good friends, good people to help me in this journey. Sarah used to be on my board, and then she gets so busy. And then Miss Linda Washington, she's in the back, also she's on my board. And Miss Susan, also she's on my board. So there have been people who support me and help me, because I don't know much. I know that I know we are helping people. I can love on those people, but I don't know administrative part of it. Those people know about it, and they can organize how to do it better than I can. And so that's how God has been able to do that. And so from starting with 25 kids, the first 400 I sent supported over 200, but it was just tuition. And then the next time we did, when we started like the organization, we say, okay, how about we just take the orphans who are only don't have no father, no mother. And so we started with 25. And from 25 we went 40. From 40 we became 70. From 70 now we have 104 kids that we support monthly to go to school, and we give them food, tuition, uniform, medical care, and also spiritual guidance. So that's what we